type of packaging that I would travel with and be like, look at my makeup, y'all, while I'm out with a group or something. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. They're going to be like, where you get it from, Merit? Just because you don't go out and get it doesn't mean that you don't want it. You probably just don't believe in yourself to go out and get it. Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique. If you're new here, please make sure that you are subscribing to this channel and like this video if you liked it. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my 2021 year in review, just sharing my thoughts, going on a bit of tangents, you know what I mean? Just sharing with you all what's coming from the heart. I do have a few notes down, but there are a few things that I've discussed in this video that I did not have written down. So ultimately, it's just a huge chit chat, get ready with me about what I learned in 2021 and the things that have happened for me in 2021. Before we get started, y'all, look at the sweatshirt. Look at the sweatshirt. You see it. It's for the healthy hoes, okay, by my girl Ree. I'm wearing all black owned everything, okay? So the shirt is black owned for the healthy hoes by Ree. And then I have my creator cartouche or cartouche creator. Like I was saying, we have the creator cartouche necklace by D Lolo. I'm not sure if they're available at the moment, but sometimes she does random drops. So that's that. But yeah, everything black on, sweet. Today we're gonna be talking about my year in review. It is just my random thoughts, so I hope you all enjoy and you'll be able to see how I got this look using Merit Beauty's products. Thank you to Merit Beauty for sending over these products. And before we get into it, let me just show you like the cutest bag ever that it came in. This is what the makeup came in. How cute. If this is not perfect for the holiday season, like, I don't know what is. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, y'all, so today's video is going to be my 2021 year-end review. Okay. I have a few things that I want to chit chat with y'all about. So this is obviously going to be a chit chat. Get ready with me. So if you're on the couch, stay on the couch. If you're in the room, stay in the room. Get something to drink. If you need something to snack on. We're going to be talking about my year in review. And please, 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 I don't want this to be like me just telling y'all about my 2021. I would love to hear how your 2021 went, whether it was good or bad. If it is bad, if you want to share, I know being vulnerable can be kind of like weird at times, especially to, you know, someone who you really don't know or somebody who you just watch and things like that. So hopefully you feel comfortable enough just chatting about your 2021 year in review, okay? Let's just keep it simple, stupid. All right, so yeah, there's a few things that I want to talk about. I did take a few notes, nothing too major. I still wanted to kind of flow and just really be open and vulnerable because sometimes I feel like I am very hesitant and naturally, right? Like we're human beings. We don't always want to be super open and vulnerable to people that we don't know. And let's be real, the internet can be hella cruel. So I'm also filming another video on the side. I'm showing you all how I apply my lace closure wig. So if you're interested in that video, I will leave it up above in the cards and down below in the description box for your convenience. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Today's video is going to be a very simple makeup look. I don't want to do too much. I'm really not going anywhere, so we're not going to do too much. And then also, I do want to send a huge thank you to Merit for sending me out some goodies. They are a makeup-based line, and they sent me out some products in the mail. So again, thank you so much to Merit for sending over some products. So the great thing about Merit is the fact that they focus on a holistic, minimal type of beauty. So again, because this video is going to be very simple and easy to follow, I wanted to be able to use their products to share with you all how I like the products and then also be able to share with you all some clean beauty products if you are searching for them. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what they gave you, girl. The products were sent over in this box with a nice little Merit sticker right here. So cute. Look at this. All right, so here it is. This is their box. Less is more. Y'all, this bag that the makeup comes in is so luxe. Let me talk about it real quick. Just give me a second. So look at this bag. First of all, is this not the perfect holiday bag? It's black and velvet and it's super soft and it ties into a knot. I know that there's a lot of buzz around these knot bags, and look at this. You buy makeup and you get a cute little bag. I love when brands put in a lot of thought and effort, not only into the product itself, but the way it comes packaged. Like, I have a new makeup bag, but also just like a cute little clutch if I really wanted to. Y'all can't see it, but a cute little clutch if I really wanted to. So love the bag. This is how it comes. All the products are in here. And inside of the bag, it does have the merit tag stitched in, which I think is a nice added touch. It just goes to show that they put in some thought when they did come up with this bag. So yeah, all the products come packaged in this nice blue color. So pretty. And even the box has that blue color as well. They sent over a few products. They sent me over 6 different items. All these products can complete a full, simple, everyday makeup look. Maybe like a Zoom call meeting because a lot of us are working from home, like myself. I'm going to be doing my makeup, chatting with y'all a little bit about my 2021 year in review. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm just priming my face. I have my mirror right here. And don't worry about my hair. I'm going to get it together later. To be honest with y'all, I didn't think that my 2021 was going to look this way. But I'm also not surprised that it did go this way. And when I say this way, I mean my 2021 being like a really good year for me when it comes to my creativity, kind of like my mental health. In some aspects, 2021 was a really good year for me because I stretched myself out so much. Like, I really betted on myself and I did things that I've never done before. People will tell you that I'm a different person now than what they've known me to be. I've always been a very reserved type of quiet type of person. But I really have done a lot of things that put me outside of my comfort zone. And I don't think I did it like on purpose. I think it just I just knew I needed to do that in order to get to the next step, get to the next level in my life or like in my dreams, my aspirations, my goals. Like, I couldn't be stagnant. You know what I mean? Like, the same things that I was doing just weren't working, obviously. So we had to change it up a little bit. Oh, so I've already laid down my eyebrows. I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick. They did send over a pomade. Let's see. I'm just going to use a little bit of it to do my eyebrows. This is their Brow 1980 Volumizing Pomade. Ooh, look at this. Look at this packaging. If this isn't luxe, wow, this is beautiful. So this is in the shade Black Brown. Nah, this is really nice. I'm just going to use a little bit of this to do my eyebrows a bit, just to fill them in a little bit. I knew I needed to get out of my comfort zone in order to achieve certain things. But it wasn't until the later part of this year where I realized the things that I had been doing and the way that I was being inspired was changing who I was as a person in a good way, if that makes sense. So knowing that I wanted to create more content, I had to go out and take photos by myself and, you know, put myself out there. And as far as putting out there, I mean, like, in real life, like being out there shooting by myself or putting myself out there on the internet where I'm promoting myself, if that makes sense. So like promoting my posts, like, hey, just made a new post, y'all go ahead and check it out, things of that sort. And a lot of the times it's very, very nerve-wracking, especially when you're still building a rapport with your followers and you're building connections with your followers. You just always want to stay connected. Like, you always want to stay genuine with people, you know? But anyways, before we get into that, let me just talk about, that's really what my year was about, is about creating content and really going in heads first about it. I was blessed to be able to, really step out of the box this year when it comes to creating content and really believing in myself. For the longest time, I struggled with being kind of pessimistic about things, especially when it came to things about myself. Like, I was that friend that was like, girl, why are you worried? Like, I was always like rooting for my friends and stuff like that. But for me, it was just like, I was just so pessimistic about things like, yeah, but if it doesn't work out, that's fine, you know? Or don't think about it too much because you don't want to get disappointed. Or like setting myself up to the point where I didn't want to be excited about things because I was afraid of being disappointed. And the real disappointment is like setting myself up for disappointment. Like, that's crazy. I mean, thinking about it now, that is literally no way to live, y'all. If you are that person that's thinking like, oh, I don't want to hype myself up because I don't want to be disappointed, or what if things don't go right, or I don't want to, be too confident about getting this job. Like, what if things don't go right? Like, I think there's a balance when it comes to that. Obviously, if there's certain things that you're not confident about, that's fine. But deliberately putting yourself in a position to be disappointed, that's not okay. Like, there's no way. Like, you're really sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging your future, and you're sabotaging the way that you should be thinking. And for the longest time, I've sat here and I've said, like, especially when like the whole manifesting thing was taken off and affirmations was taken off, like people were really talking about it. I was like, girl, I'm not gonna put no sticky notes on the mirror and tell myself, you are beautiful. You have what it takes. Love yourself. You are who you are. I was like, I'm not doing that. That's cheesy. That's corny. I'm not doing that. But it wasn't until I like found a way to make it my own and found a way to make it, I don't know what it is about doing your eyebrows that like hinders you from really talking. But yeah, when the whole manifestation thing was taking off and people were talking about, oh, manifest the life that you want to live and and affirmations, I was like, I'm not doing that. But when I found a way to make it my own, like instead of me looking in the mirror with sticky notes and saying like, you are beautiful, you have what it takes, nothing that, it was like I had to do it so that it fit me. So I would look in the mirror, this is very cheesy, but I'll look in the mirror and say to myself like, you got this. Like, stop playing with yourself. Like, what are you doing? Like making it so that it was personable to me and not just doing what everybody else was doing to make it fit my lifestyle, if that makes sense. That's when I really grasped the idea of how powerful words can be, because it really changed the way that I thought. It changed the way that I thought about myself, thought about my future, and all of that took off this year for me, like the way that I thought about my future, the way that I thought about my creativity, my craft, the way that I thought about life in general. It was just shifted, not because of, manifestation and, affirmations and stuff like that, but really understanding the power of how meaningful words can be in one's life. Like, it's insane. It's actually insane. You can like really shift your mindset to really believe in what it is that you want out of life. Anyways, I don't want to go down that. That's like a rabbit hole in itself. Let's keep it simple. Where's my foundation? Oh, I really shifted the way that I thought about myself and the way that I thought about my future. And I think that really made a difference in who I became this year. Not to say that I'm a completely different person, but I really started to believe in myself. Like, I wholeheartedly started to believe in myself. And the bouts of doubt that I was having, the amount of doubt that I used to have was no longer taking over my life. Like, it wasn't the way that I was thinking anymore, and that also ties into, and I've said this before in a few of my videos, is about like, my relationship with the word faith, and really having faith and really and truly believing in the things that I know God has planned for me. I've said this time and time again, like, yeah, we sit here and be like, oh, I have faith, but then we worry about it. Is that us really having faith? And although that is very difficult to do, because I still struggle with that sometimes, but not as often as I did before. Like, it's not as often where I'm sitting here like, oh, I trust you, God, and then still being worried about what the outcome is or what the future might look like. Like, no, I wholeheartedly believe in my future. That was what my 2021 was about. Was really believing in myself. And I think it's just been a year of growth and a year of betting on myself and a year of seeing what it is that I'm capable of that really made 2021 what it was for me. Like, yeah, there were some struggles along the way, and things of that sort. But I don't even want to say like 2021 was a year where I struggled. Like, it really wasn't. And I'm grateful to say that. That's not to like brag and be like, girl, I ain't go through nothing this year, because there were a few things that I did have to go through mentally, but none of that compared to the amount of growth that I feel like I made in 2021. There was just strides of it, like just mentally, emotionally, physically, because I feel like I gained a lot of weight, but that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, it was just 2021 has been so good to me. This year also was a year of just pure consistency. It's insane. Like, it's actually insane. I've never been this consistent in my life. Like, when I say in my life, when it comes to creating content, and I've been creating content since 2012, on and off, not as consistent. And this has been a year of consistency. I don't know what it was. The amount of inspiration that I was continuously receiving, the amount of inspiration that I was continuously seeing in my life, whether it be on social media or in person, or in real life, it was exponential. Like, it was exponential to my growth. Like, I needed that. I needed to be in a new city, a new state, to really understand the potential that I have. Going in my foundation, this is the NARS Namibia foundation. Not too much, because again, we're doing something very light, but I will be using Merit Beauty's brush. This is their number 1 brush. This is their blending brush, and look how pretty and nice that is. Look at their little logo. Look at their logo. How pretty. But yeah, I had to really come out here to Atlanta, I think, for God to really show me what it is that I'm capable of, because I don't think I understood. Like, when I was living back in Florida, I toyed around with posting and, things of that sort, but it was never consistent. It was never to a point where I made it a priority to post on Instagram, at least, because YouTube was my number 1 platform. Like, YouTube was where I was focused at. YouTube was where I found myself to be more consistent on, but never as consistent as I am today, ever. And Instagram kind of took over for me as far as social media is concerned versus YouTube. But what I will say is that I think without me moving to Atlanta, I don't know how consistent I would have been to this day. I just found inspiration here. I found inspiration. And as funny as it sounds, my apartment really did that for me. Like, I feel like I have the perfect, typical, YouTuber apartment. And so when I say I found inspiration in that, I just found inspiration in that. It makes it so inspiring to want to film. I don't have any reason not to film or to shoot content. I say that to say, your environment is extremely important. It's very important to make sure that your environment, the place that you lay your head at, the place that you are at 90% of the time, is cohesive with your brand. Your environment plays a huge part. And I'm so grateful that, I moved out here when I did, because it really opened my eyes again to the possibilities and my potential. Period, as a person, as a whole. I wish I could be more vulnerable on here, but strategically, I just can't. There's just certain things that I can't talk about, I can't say, because I don't know, who's watching or how it may come across. But a bit of that last vlog, I don't know if it was the last vlog or the vlog before that, but a bit of that last vlog where I was in the closet talking to you all about my future and things of that sort, it kind of that's really what I want to be able to expand on as far as the conversation is concerned. But I feel like I can't because of the position that I'm in right now. I don't want to speak on certain things I don't want to speak on certain things too much. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But speaking of that topic, I just want you all to know that if you have a dream, or know that if you have something that you're passionate about, please speak life into it. Don't put it on the back burner, because time only just passes. It really doesn't. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop for you to figure things out. It doesn't stop for you to think like, is this really what I want? Like, no, time is going to keep moving. So the longer that you sit on it, it's like, what's the point? What is the reason? So, for example, people usually ask me like, how do I start a YouTube channel? And how do I do this? And how do I do that? And it's like, just start. What are we talking about? Just start. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what it is that you are looking for as an answer, but just start. And I think people need to, and it's not to come off in a negative or a rude way, but I think we as a whole, like, we just need to believe in, oh, what is on my lip? And, I'm taking my own advice here, but we as a collective, as a group, need to stop looking to people to validate what it is that we want to do. Like, for example, me, I used to rely on my sister for everything. Like, I used to call my sister and be like, Amy, what do you think about this? Or Amy, do you think I should this? Or such and such, do you think I should do this? And it's like, what the hell am I calling them for? Like, I just need to do it, So those questions about how do I start a YouTube channel? Like, granted, there are so many videos on YouTube about how to start a YouTube channel that it's kind of insane that this is still a question that we're grappling with. Like, and it's not to say that you can't think of that question, but there's so many resources to be able to know how to start a YouTube channel. What do I need to do to start a YouTube channel? I think the people who are serious about these things, they have more in-depth questions, more in-depth things to anyways, that's another conversation for a different time. This is about my 2021 year in review. I'm kind of like going on a tangent here, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, I hope that comes off in a way that people will understand. It's not my intention to be nasty or rude or mean or like downplaying the questions that people really do have about starting a channel. Like, yeah, there's going to be questions about how do I start a YouTube channel, but let's be a little bit more specific. Like, let's stop doubting ourselves, because I feel like when people ask that, it's almost a thing of like, I'm nervous. What should I do? Just get started. Believe in yourself enough to get started. Like, that's really what it is. Just believe in yourself enough to get started. That's what you need to work on. You need to work on believing in yourself. And it's such a long, like, journey. Like, it wasn't until this year, and I'm like well into my 20s, that I really believed in my potential. I'm not even kidding with y'all. Like, just a few weeks ago, I had asked my sister, I was like, do you believe in me? Because I just started believing in myself. Like, I know I have what it takes to live a life that I want to live. I just have to prove it to myself. I feel like I've done so well in 2021, but there's so much more that I could have improved on. I could have done better with time management. Trust me, to this day, I'm still struggling with that. I could have done better with time management. I could have done better with reaching out to brands and, emailing brands about work and things like that. But I didn't. Like, there's so many things that I could have done differently, but I don't regret any of the decisions that I made this year at all. When it comes to creating content, there's not one decision that I've made this year that I am sitting here doubtful, like, why didn't I do that? No, I feel like I did so well. And it's not to brag on myself or anything like that. But for me to have been doing this since 2012 and this being like an idea of mine to do, and 2021 being the year where I really put my big toe down and I was like, fuck it, I'm really doing it. I'm proud of myself. Like, I think we should be able to say that about ourselves. Like, you should be able to pat yourself on the back and be like, I'm proud of myself for doing this. Yeah, granted, there's things that I could have done differently, but ultimately I'm very, very proud of the things that I accomplished this year. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, it's nothing wrong with saying that. I think, again, we need to start believing in ourselves a little bit more. And I know I'm talking about believe in yourself. And then like tomorrow I could just be in a funk like, I just want so much more out of my life. But there's highs and lows to life. Like, it's a natural human thing to be doubtful about certain things. But also, we need to understand that there needs to be a balance. You can't always be doubtful about something. You have to make it a way. You have to make it a means to be optimistic about certain things in your life. Again, your mindset is everything. Like, The way that you think is it's so important. It's so important. For example, I know this is going to sound really weird, but like, if you are always thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get sick, you're going to make yourself sick. Like, it's just a fact. Like, you're going to make yourself sick thinking that you are going to get sick. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do horrible. I'm going to do horrible on this, with this photo shoot. If I go out here and I'm like, oh my gosh, this photo shoot is going to come out sucky. Oh, what you thought is going to come out good? It's going to be written all over your face. Like, you just have to think good things. Good things should and will happen for you. You just have to think that way. And 2021 was a year for me to really sit in that and really think positively about my life. Anyways. All right, so next I'm going in with Merit's Perfecting Complexion Stick. This is in the shade Umber. This packaging, y'all, I just can't get over it. It's so luxe. It's so luxe. Like, this is the type of packaging that I would travel with and be like, look at my makeup, y'all, while I'm out with a group or something. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. They're going to be like, where you get it from, Merit? But yeah, I just chose a darker shade because I knew I wanted something to be able to contour with. And this is that shade for me. Yeah, let's see. That looks really nice. Very natural, super natural. Love that. So yeah, it's just a warm bronzer. Like, it's just a really warm bronzer. It looks really nice in person, and it's picking it up on camera as well. Oh, this is nice. But yeah, more of that rant is believe in yourself a little bit more. Like, really believe in yourself a little bit more. If you want something, you're gonna go out and get it. But before, I mean, and you know, even with that saying, like, if you want something, you're gonna go out and get it. Just because you don't go out and get it doesn't mean that you don't want it. You probably just don't believe in yourself to go out and get it. You have to really believe in yourself. And again, there's going to be days where you're doubtful and days where you don't truly believe in your potential. But there has to be more days where you believe in yourself than days that you don't believe in yourself. It's crippling to not believe in yourself, for sure. Like, even just simply being intentional with the way that I do things. Little things like trying to make my bed every morning, putting things back when I'm done using it right then and there. Like, you know, not sitting on it and be like, oh, I'll just do it later, and then later never comes. Like, it's a mindset and it's an everyday struggle. Like, I'm not always intentional about certain things. Sometimes I'm really lazy and I don't really have any like reason for being lazy. It's just, you know, sometimes I just don't want to do certain things. But yeah, we have to be more intentional about the way that we think and the way that we do things. Simple. Like, life really shouldn't be that complicated. And I don't want to sound shallow or like, oh girl, life's a walk in the park, because it ain't. It ain't. We know that it's not. But I think certain things that we make difficult just really wasn't meant to be difficult. We just make it difficult for ourselves. For example, posting a reel on Instagram, to this day, I get nervous about. Girl, it's December 29th or 28th, and I'm still nervous about posting reels. Why? Girl, relax. Just post what you post and like what you like. Oh, this was so nice. And it gives like a nice little sheen, little glow. That's nice. I like that. Very natural. Again, we're just doing a natural look. Okay. Also, in one of my last vlogs, towards the end of the vlog, I told y'all that I hit 10K on Instagram. It wasn't a goal of mine until the later part of the year. Just setting it with their brush. But yeah, I hit 10K before the year was over. And wow, I mean, I wasn't even gonna celebrate me hitting 10K. And again, why not? Oh, I don't want to look, you know, like I'm bragging or like it's not that big of a... No, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. Relax. Like, you can definitely share your accomplishments, and the people who feel some type of way about it, are the people that need not be following you. Like, why are you following me? You knew I was going to celebrate this. And I knew you were watching. So, like, what? You knew I was going to celebrate graduating. You knew I was going to celebrate getting my diploma. You knew I was going to celebrate hitting 10K, hitting 5K, hitting 3K on Instagram. You knew these things. But some people just don't understand it. They don't understand the vision. And that's fine. Like, it's not for everybody to understand. But don't let that be the reason why you don't share your accomplishments. And for me, it was just like, I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. I don't want to seem like, oh, this is such a big deal. Even though in my heart of hearts, I knew it was a huge deal to me. Like, it was such a big deal that I wanted to downplay it. And at the very last minute, I was like, I can't downplay this. Like, this is not an easy thing to just hit 10K on Instagram. And I not only hit, the main thing for me was, it's not that I just hit 10K and I was, I just hit 10K. What a beautiful number. Although it is very cute on my Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. Having 10K on your Instagram is just so cute. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It was the fact that I hit 10K doing things that I love to do. Like making reels and posting posts that align with who I am. When it comes to fashion, when it comes to beauty, I wasn't doing things that just didn't align with my brand, if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't posting things that didn't fit who I am as a person. And so seeing the number rise and seeing people follow me based off of the way that I dress and based off of how I do my makeup and based off of the way that I did my hair, like, it just felt like, okay, these are the right people that need to be here. It's not just a whole bunch of bots. It's not just a whole bunch of random people who don't know why they're coming to my Instagram platform for. Like, there's no direction on my Instagram. Like, people knew why they were following me. And that reason, for the most part, I hope, is because of who I am as a person and the things that I love, which are fashion, beauty, anything lifestyle related, things like that. And so that made hitting 10K so beautiful to me, is because I didn't have to do anything except be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't try to fit a narrative. I didn't try to be somebody else. Like, I didn't do that. I just took what I saw as inspo and made it my own. Simple. And a lot of it, I think, was obviously because of the work that I put in. But Reels was a huge help for me. I know a lot of people were, I'm supposed to be doing my makeup, right? What the hell am I doing? And what's next? A little bit of blush. Let's do a little bit of blush. Instagram Reels was like a big deal for people. Like, you want to just focus on Reels, but you don't want to give us pictures anymore. And why do we have to just post Reels? Nobody's forcing you to post Reels. At least I wasn't. I know that there were some accounts that were like, you need to make Reels to grow. You have to do Reels to grow. And for me, that's what helped me grow. But if you're not interested in posting Reels, you don't have to post Reels. I think the thing with Instagram moving away from just solely being a photo sharing platform to a video sharing platform was to obviously, compete with their competitors, which is TikTok, but also allow people to have a different way to express themselves. Reels is important. Posting Reels is very important. For me, I know for a fact that I like sharing Reels and I like watching Reels because I like seeing things in motion. Like, I feel like in some way you're able to see somebody's personality more through a Reel where they might be doing a lip sync. They might be showing you their outfits, being playful, being funny, things like that. You're able to see who they are more as a person in motion versus just a static post on Instagram, which I love a static post. I'm never gonna not post a static photo. My camera's dying. Wow. My bad, y'all. The camera had to juice up a little bit, so I put it on the charger for a bit, and my elastic band is hella tight. Oh, girl, loosen it up. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't really know where I left off at. Hold on, let me figure it out. Okay, I figured it out. We was talking about Instagram being a video sharing app more so than a photo sharing app. And the conversation started to flow as soon as Instagram made that announcement, and even till now, things of that sort. And I get it, like, For me, Instagram is a bit of both. Like, I love watching reels, so I'm mainly in the reels section of Instagram. But when I am scrolling through my timeline, through my feed, like, I do still see photos, and it's still a normal thing. But I also understand that stick to the things that you like to do. So if you don't like posting videos, if you don't like posting reels, that's fine. But I understand that being adaptable is crucial as well. So just because you don't like something, you have the opportunity and the right to not partake in it, but also be open-minded to things that are new, things that might help you grow. If that's what you want to do. I don't know. Because you can still obviously go on Instagram without creating video content. You can still most definitely continue on with posting your photos and posting your static posts, for sure, without a doubt. But I know for me, Reels was very beneficial to my growth on Instagram. As I said before, I hit 10K, and that's just such an amazing feat, in my opinion. I'm very, very proud of myself, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I think like months ago, I'd be very cringed out about being like, oh my gosh, y'all, I hit 10K. And it's like, girl, it's just social media. But for me and content creators alike, social media is not just social media for us. Like, that's where we thrive at, and that's where, you know, we're able to be our creative self. Now going in with their mascara. This is in Perfect Black. Look at the packaging. It's like everything. Oh, so pretty. Follow people who make me happy to see on my feed. And I think people need to, you know, understand that it's not personal in that sense, but it is personal when it comes to making sure that your mental health is okay. Like, you don't want to follow somebody just because you follow them. Like, for me, at least, I don't want to follow somebody just to be like, oh yeah, I follow them. Like, this year I had to go in and like kind of unfollow celebrities that I was following, because I realized social media wasn't just a thing that I was scrolling through I wasn't scrolling through anymore. Like, Instagram wasn't just an app that I was just scrolling through anymore. It was an app where I was posting my content that, you know, people said inspired them. So in turn, I wanted to follow people who inspired me. And just keeping up with a celebrity just to keep up with them, or just to follow them just to say that you follow them, wasn't really doing anything for me. And so I unfollowed celebrities. I unfollowed, you know, regular people who just, it didn't align with my brand, because being on Instagram was more than just being on Instagram as a leisurely thing. It was more so becoming a thing where I was posting on Instagram consistently, and that being my number one app to go to, you know, post content and then also find inspiration. And so I didn't want to see things that were negative. I didn't want to see things that didn't add any value, like just basic, boring things and mundane things. So I unfollowed people that I didn't like, just didn't add anything to my life. Like, and I think that's okay. You know, you might have followed somebody, like at one point I was really into weightlifting and weight training. That was years ago though. And I was really into it. So I was following all these like Olympic athletes and following all these people who were doing weight training daily and working out all the time. And it wasn't until like, you know, a few years ago and a little bit of this year that I unfollowed those people. Like, it's not a hobby of mine anymore. It wasn't something that interests me anymore to see continuously on my feed. But at the time, I was really into weightlifting. I was really into going to the gym consistently on a weekly basis, that it was normal for me to see them on my feed. You know, and at one point when I stopped going to the gym, it was kind of depressing seeing people work out, because I wasn't working out anymore. And I was just like, oh, you lazy mug. Like, I didn't want to see that. Like, it wasn't bringing me any joy. It wasn't motivating me to go to the gym. And so little by little, I just stopped following those people, you know? So now mainly my feed is a whole bunch of creatives that mainly focus on fashion, lifestyle, a little bit of beauty. Not a lot of like motivational accounts, because sometimes I feel like they're kind of fraudulent. But, you know, a lot of the people that I follow, I find joy in seeing their content, you know? I really do. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with unfollowing someone. Instagram was never a follow for follow app for me. Like, that's why my page, and I've said this before, that's why my page is public. If you see something that you like on my page, feel free to follow me. Like, you don't have to follow me. And yes, I know that I say follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, but it's at your discretion. Like, if you want to follow me, you can follow me. That's completely fine. But it'll never be a thing of like, you need to follow me on Instagram. You don't have to do that. If I don't add any value to your life, if you don't find any inspo on my page, if what my page is about doesn't align with your life or align with your future dreams and aspirations, you don't need to follow. It's fine. I think we're done here. I just need to put on some lip gloss. This is their tinted lip oil, and I just got a neutral shade, something that can be used as like a lip topper, or just on its own. So for today, I'm just gonna use it on its own. I think I'm going to be using this mainly to keep my lips hydrated when I'm out and about. Kind of the way that I use my lip balm from Fenty. This is so pretty. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. My bad. I completely forgot to add my highlighter. This is Merit's highlighter in the shade Bounce. This is what it looks like. How pretty. All right, let me just apply that real quick. I could definitely see myself wearing this to go. Like if I'm out shooting and I need to reapply some, just like, oh, look at that. If I need to reapply to add some like sheen. I am going out the country next year, so this is definitely coming with me. Just blending it in. It's just really light and nice. I hate applying makeup with my fingers. I don't like my fingers being dirty. Just gonna set my face real quick. But yeah, ultimately 2021 has been an amazing year for me. I don't really have much to complain about. I'm really, really grateful to be able to say that. I'm super blessed to be able to say that as well. And I don't take that for granted. I don't know. I just feel like I was able to accomplish so many things. There's certain things that I did this year that I could have done better at. Again, like reaching out to different brands, trying to work with different brands. But I just got so consumed with putting out the best content that I could possibly put out that reaching out to brands became something that was put on the back burner. Like it wasn't my priority. Like I have a list of brands that I want to work with. And on top of that, let me just say the lip bar, I wrote it down in my planner that the lip bar, I am going to work with the lip bar. Going back to like affirmations and things and speaking life, I wrote down in my planner, I am going to work with the lip bar. And I wrote a few other things, and that writing that down, speaking those words of affirmation and affirming myself that I am going to work with this brand and it actually happening for me really was the spark and something else that I needed to really believe that things were possible for me. And I'm sorry, the light's kind of going in and out, but when that happened for me, working with the lip bar was such a huge deal for me, y'all. Like, y'all don't understand it. The lip bar was a brand that, you know, my sister put me on, and a brand that I purchased from time and time again, a brand that I always talked about and always loved, especially their lip products. And being able to work with them really showed me that certain things were possible. And I'll tell you all this, I reached out to the lip bar. Like, I emailed them, I found their contact, and I reached out to them. And when they gave me a yes, I was like, wow, it's windy out there. I don't like that. It's hella windy. When the lip bar agreed to work with me, my feed was already pretty decent. Like, I was consistent. It wasn't a thing of like, oh, I'm just getting back in the game and now I want to make money. No, like, I was pretty consistent at that point. Like, I was putting out content that I was proud of. I was putting out content that people could use and leverage if they wanted to like recreate or be inspired by. Like, I was already on my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing what I needed to do to be able to have a portfolio to show that I'm reliable. Like, I can put out content that's good. Yeah, there's a lot of things. And you know, I had just got this Sony ZV-1. I was really investing in myself, investing monetarily. And I just felt like working with the lip bar was a catalyst for me to continue to believe in myself, to be able to work with brands. There's one thing of there was one thing of believing in myself in the work that I was doing, but being able to monetize off of that is is an important part of reaching my goals for me. And I know that I'm, done with my makeup and things of that sort, but I still want to continue talking about monetizing off of what you're passionate about. And I feel like a lot of people, of course, it's never really about the money. But at some point, money becomes a factor. Let's say you're passionate about nursing and taking care of people. Like, yeah, you've taken care of your family, things like that, but you're not going to go into a hospital and work for free. Like at some point being on Instagram and putting out good content, I want to be able to monetize off of the content that I've been doing wholeheartedly without getting paid. At some point you do want to get paid for the things that you're passionate about wholeheartedly. Y'all see that I'm doing it because I love it. But again, at some point, I want to be able to get paid off of the things that I love. And I think that's normal to say. I think that's just fine for, people my age, at least. Like, I'm not 21, 22 years old anymore. Like, I'm not just out here having fun. Like, I want to be able to live a life comfortably the way that I want to live based off of what I'm passionate about. And, I think that's important to be able to put out there and say, like, it's not about the money. Like, it's literally not about the money. But again, at some point, you want to be able to monetize off of what you're passionate about. You want to be able to work with these $1-million brands and be able to work with them and build a connection with them to a point where they're paying you to do things that you love. Like, who doesn't want to get paid to do what they love? I don't know nobody. There's so many more things that I could talk about. But I just wanted to overall, again, say that my 2021 was really, really good for me. It was eye-opening. It was life-changing. And I think that I'm a better person because of the things that I've done throughout this year that will continue to trickle on into 2022. Remember, it's important to be yourself. It's important to go after the things that you want to do in life. But yeah, let me go ahead and finish my hair real quick and I will close out this video. All right, y'all. So I went ahead and finished up my other video. Again, like I said before, time and time again, 2021 was a year for me. It was a beautiful year for me. Obviously, it has some lows, but more highs than lows. And I'm super grateful, so blessed to be able to say that. I really do hope that y'all's 2021 wasn't that bad. And if it was, I hope that you were able to take something out from 2021 that brings you joy, that brings you happiness, a little bit of peace. And I pray that your 2022 is 10 times better than 2021 was, because I understand that 2021 was a difficult year for a lot of people. And that's not something that anybody should take lightly. I think we really need to be aware that people are going through a lot. So ultimately, just be kind to people. Like, it doesn't take much to be nice to people. And for 2022, I do pray and hope for you all, those of you who are watching, who have supported my channel. And even if this is your first time coming to my channel and you don't subscribe, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. I really do hope 2022 is prosperous for you. I hope that you're able to set goals and achieve those goals. And even if you don't achieve those goals, understand that it is a process to even reach a goal and to think about a goal that you want to attain. So be proud of yourself. Celebrate your wins. Like, please celebrate them, no matter how small they may be, no matter how minuscule you might think they are. At one point, it wasn't even a thought, and at one point, you probably didn't even think that you would reach that goal, or that your goal was attainable. So remember to celebrate your wins, no matter what. I don't care if celebrating your wins means jumping around in a circle, throwing that ass in a circle, you know what I mean? Or cheersing it up with a friend, going out for drinks to celebrate your wins. Like, every little thing, if you can celebrate it, period. I really do hope 2022 brings you more clarity, brings you a little bit more peace. If 2021 was a year that was very blurry, was very painful to have to live and go through, understand that God really does have a plan for each and every one of us. And I truly believe in that. And then also for 2022, I just hope that you rely on faith a little bit more and still work towards those goals and dreams that you have for your future, for your life. Yeah. And I hope 2022 brings you a year of stability. Like, if you are inconsistent, things are rocky, things don't seem as they're going to plan, I just hope that 2022 shows you that there is a such thing as stability, consistency, things that bring you joy on a consistent basis. I hope that you're able to see those things on a day-to-day basis. So find happiness in the little things. I know that's kind of hard to do, but I just feel like I'm going on a tangent. There's so many things that I hope for you and I hope for myself. And I hope that in 2022, we're able to attain those goals. We're able to knock out those things that we thought weren't attainable this year going into 2022. So believe in yourself. If you took anything from this video, please believe in yourself. Like, believe in yourself. Find ways to believe in believing in yourself. Okay? All right, y'all. That's it for today's video. Again, thank you so much to Merit for sending me over these beauty products. Look at the face. The face is cute. Okay, the face is cute. The face is nice. So if you are interested in any of these products, I will leave them down below in the description box. Please feel free to like and subscribe to this channel if you would like to. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you would like to as well. And I will see you all in the new year. Bye, y'all.